I remember this one afternoon like it was yesterday, the kind of day that etches itself into your memory, not because of what happened, but because of how it made you feel. It was the day everything seemed to unravel, the day I questioned everything I'd ever worked for. It was raining, of course, the kind of relentless cold rain that soaks through your jacket and seeps into your bones. The city outside looked washed out, blurred by streaks of water on the glass, as if the world itself was mourning with me. I was sitting in my tiny office, a glorified closet with a Craigslist desk, staring at a silent phone and an inbox full of bills. The walls felt like they were closing in, the air heavy with the weight of all my unmet expectations. Every dollar, every sleepless night, all poured into this venture, and for what? A balance sheet drowning in red? I could practically hear the numbers mocking me, each negative figure a reminder of how far I'd fallen. The silence was deafening. It screamed failure. It was as if the world had turned its back, leaving me alone with my doubts and regrets. That voice in my head told me I was a fraud, that I didn't have what it takes. It whispered that I was foolish to think I could make it, that I was destined to fail. I started to believe it. Quitting felt like relief. The idea of letting go, of walking away from the struggle, was almost comforting. I wondered if maybe I'd been chasing the wrong dream all along. I looked out the window at people with purpose, while I felt stuck, drowning in my own ambition. Everyone else seemed to know where they were going, while I was lost in a storm of my own making. My big dreams had become a nightmare. I was about to be the guy who tried and failed. The fear of becoming a cautionary tale haunted me, keeping me awake at night, replaying every mistake in my mind. The shame felt worse than losing money. It was the shame of letting down everyone who believed in me, and worst of all, letting down myself. But then, something inside me flickered, a spark of defiance. It was faint, but it was there, a stubborn refusal to let this be the end. I thought about my dad, an immigrant who built a business from nothing. He faced obstacles I could barely imagine, yet he never gave up. His story was a reminder that resilience runs in my blood. I got angry, at myself, at the world. Angry that I'd let fear take the wheel, that I was ready to surrender before the fight was truly over. In that moment, I decided I wasn't done, not even close. I stood up, wiped my face, and made a silent promise to myself. I would not let this chapter define me. This wasn't the end of my story. It was just a dark page, not the final one. The sun would rise again, and so would I. This was the beginning of my comeback. I started small, one email, one call, one step at a time. Each action, no matter how minor, was a victory over despair. Sometimes the lowest point is just the start of something bigger. It's where you find out what you're really made of, and where the seeds of resilience are planted. You only lose if you quit. I chose to fight, and that changed everything, because in the end, it's not about how many times you fall. It's about finding the strength to rise, again and again. Why does building a business feel impossible? Because everyone's selling you a lie. Instagram shows yachts and Lambos, not the years of struggle. You see their highlight reel, not the ramen dinners and panic attacks. School trains us to avoid failure, but in business, failure is the tuition. Everyone's a guru with a secret system for sale. It's all noise. You buy their course, it doesn't work, and you blame yourself. The problem isn't you, it's the dream sellers. We overcomplicate everything, obsessing over logos, features, and followers instead of revenue. We get stuck in analysis paralysis, afraid to make mistakes. The biggest mistake? Doing nothing. Winning is hard because we're programmed to think the wrong way. The real game is about action, not perfection. That's how you win. My breakthrough came when I stopped listening to the noise and focused on the basics. Business is simple. Solve a problem people will pay for. That's it. I shifted from how can I make money to how can I help my customer win. Suddenly my priorities were clear. Fix the product, talk to customers, ignore the shiny objects. Simplicity became my superpower. I made a simple offer to a specific audience and delivered better than anyone else. The phone started ringing again. The gurus want you to think it's complicated so you'll buy their solutions. But success is about patience, practicality, and relentless focus on your customer. Do the boring work. Talk to your first 100 customers. You don't need to be a genius, just have empathy and work ethic. That's a game anyone can play, and anyone can win. Keep it simple. Most businesses die from the same traps. Ego, falling in love with your idea and ignoring feedback. If customers aren't buying, your idea isn't as great as you think. impatience, expecting overnight success. Business is a marathon, not a sprint. Most quit too soon, underestimating how long it takes to build trust and cash flow. Perfectionism, analysis paralysis. Waiting for perfect means you never launch. Your first version will suck. That's okay. Launch, learn, iterate. Speed beats perfection. Cash, spending on the wrong things kills businesses. Fancy offices, big teams and ads before product market fit, fatal. Be scrappy. Question every dollar. Will this get me a customer? Cash is oxygen. Don't run out. Avoid these traps and you're already ahead of most. Stay humble, stay patient, stay frugal. Launch, learn, repeat. That's survival. That's how you win. The biggest myth? You need a world-changing idea. Most successful businesses just execute better on existing ideas. Google wasn't the first search engine. Facebook wasn't the first social network. You don't need a new idea, just a better solution. Another myth, you need a lot of money to start. Today it's cheaper than ever. Too much money makes you lazy. Starting with nothing forces creativity and focus. The overnight success story? It's a fantasy. Real success is years of silent struggle and daily effort. The most dangerous myth: entrepreneurship is for special people. Every successful founder was a normal person who started. Success is about action, not genius. Anyone can learn this. Don't let myths hold you back. Start where you are. After all the failures, the lessons are simple. The market is the only thing that matters. If customers won't pay, nothing else counts. Be humble. Listen to the market. Pivot when you're wrong. Obsess over your customer. Know them better than they know themselves. It's about empathy, not just data. Speed and execution win. Ideas are worthless without action. Test your idea today, not tomorrow. Execution is everything. And above all, patience ties it together. Business is a long game. You can't rush growth. Water your business every day and let it compound. Daily action plus long-term patience is unstoppable. That's the real secret. Keep moving. Keep learning. That's how you win. Here's your playbook if you're stuck, overwhelmed, or afraid of failing. Every entrepreneur faces moments of doubt, but what separates those who succeed is how they respond to setbacks. Let's break down the steps that will help you turn failure into fuel for your next big win. Step 1. Ego audit. Get brutally honest with yourself. Are you truly solving a real problem, or just chasing an idea you're attached to? Take a moment to reflect, ask tough questions, and be willing to pivot if needed. Self-awareness is your foundation. Next, test every assumption with real customers, quickly and inexpensively. Don't just guess what people want. Get out there, talk to them, and observe their reactions. The faster you get feedback, the faster you can improve. Step 2. Reverse engineer attention. Find out where your ideal customers already spend their time, both online and offline. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Go to the places where conversations are already happening. Provide genuine value in those communities before you ever try to sell. Share your expertise, answer questions, and build trust. People buy from those they know and respect. Step 3. Document, don't create. Instead of waiting for the perfect story, share your journey as it unfolds. Show your wins, your losses, and the lessons you're learning along the way. Authenticity connects more than perfection ever could. People crave realness, not flawless highlight reels. Your vulnerability is your superpower. It inspires others and builds deeper connections. Step 4. The 50-50th rule. Spend half your time building your product or service and the other half selling it. Don't get stuck in endless planning or tweaking. Don't wait until everything is perfect to start selling. Share your progress, invite feedback, and let your customers be part of the process. Pre-sell your idea, validate demand, and get cash flow early. Early sales are proof you're on the right track. Make balancing building and selling a daily habit. Consistency compounds over time and keeps your momentum alive. Build on reality, not hope. Test your ideas, listen to feedback, and iterate constantly. Adaptation is the key to survival and growth. Celebrate every small win. Progress is made step by step, and each victory builds your confidence. Take action even if it's messy or imperfect. The act of starting is more important than waiting for the perfect plan. The only way to lose is to do nothing. Start now. Don't wait for perfect conditions. They rarely come. Every step forward, no matter how small, is real progress. Momentum builds with each action you take. You're closer than you think. This is your playbook. Use it, trust the process, and keep moving forward. Your breakthrough is just ahead. People ask about my tools. They're simple and mostly free. My smartphone is my production studio, distribution channel, and communication hub. I use it to create content, connect, and run my business. Social media isn't just for broadcasting, it's for listening. I use search to find real customer problems and questions. That's my market research. My calendar is my boss. If it's not scheduled, it doesn't happen. I block time for what matters: content, strategy, family. Discipline beats busyness, and the most powerful tool? Empathy. Talk to people, listen, care about their problems. Empathy helps you build better products and relationships. In a world of automation, being human wins. Use simple tools, focus on people, that's how you win. Your success isn't luck or genius, it's inevitable if you do the work. Every person you admire, every story of triumph you've heard, started with someone who simply refused to quit. It's not about being born with special gifts. It's about showing up day after day and putting in the effort when no one is watching. The rules are timeless: patience, empathy, execution, and relentless value. These are the foundations of real achievement. It's simple, but it's not easy. Most people give up when things get tough, but you're not most people. You're here to play the long game, to build something that lasts. Show up when you don't feel like it. The days you want to quit are the days that matter most. Consistency is your secret weapon. Be humble when your ego screams. Growth comes from listening, learning, and accepting feedback, even when it stings. Humility is the key to unlocking your next level. The world wants you to play it safe, to follow the crowd, to settle for less. Ignore that. You have one life, and it's yours to shape. Don't let fear or doubt dictate your path. The internet leveled the playing field. No matter where you start, you have access to the same tools, the same opportunities as anyone else. Your reach is limitless. The only variable is your mindset and work ethic. Talent is overrated. What matters is your willingness to learn, adapt, and keep moving forward. Every excuse is just fear talking. Doubt will whisper in your ear, but you don't have to listen. Courage is taking action in spite of fear. The pain of regret is worse than any failure. Don't let your dreams die in silence. Take the risk, make the leap, and give yourself a chance. Start small, start messy, start today. Make your first post, send your first email, make your first sale. Every big success began with a single, imperfect step. Action kills fear and builds momentum. Each step forward, no matter how small, creates progress. Momentum is your ally. Let it carry you. You can escape the trap of failure. You can break free from old patterns and rewrite your story, starting now. You can build something you're proud of. Imagine looking back and knowing you gave it everything. That's the legacy you can create. The only question: will you earn it? I believe in you. Now believe in yourself. Let's go. Your story isn't over. It's just beginning. The next chapter is yours to write. Make it count.